John Herschel. Hi everyone, this video, I delve into the extraordinary life and contributions of John Herschel, a trailblazing figure in the realm of astronomy and science. Born in 1792 to astronomer Sir William Herschel, John Herschel inherited a passion for celestial exploration. His early exposure to telescopes and observatories laid the foundation for his lifelong dedication to unraveling the mysteries of the universe. Herschel's pioneering work in the 19th century significantly advanced our understanding of the cosmos. He built the first telescopic observatory in the southern hemisphere and produced a comprehensive catalog of the southern hemisphere skies. He discovered over 3,000 double stars and 500 nebulae. In 1824, he produced a catalog of double stars. He named 7 moons of Saturn and 4 moons of Uranus. From blue skies to blueprint, astronomer John Herschel's invention of the cyanotype. An accomplished chemist, Herschel discovered the action of hyposulfite of soda on silver salts, which lead to the use of hypo as the most effective fixing agent for silver-based photography. Herschel also endorsed and encouraged the term photography, and coined the terms negative and positive to refer to photographic images. During his quest for color, Herschel carefully documented his experiments with hundreds of variations of chemical formulas, using engravings as source imagery to create negatives on paper. In 1842, Herschel invented the cyanotype. Sir John Herschel, still in my teens, 1838. Sir John Herschel, the Honorable Mrs. Lester Stanhope, 1836. Cyanotype. The transcendental equation, once a testament to Herschel's mathematical prowess, found an unexpected companion in the artistry of photography. These seemingly disparate realms converged in the mind of a polymath, reflecting the interconnectedness of scientific disciplines. As Herschel continued to document the cosmos through both mathematical equations and photographic emulsions, his impact reverberated through the scientific and artistic communities. The Royal Astronomical Society acknowledged his contributions, while the world marveled at the visual poetry captured in his cyanotype prints. In 1839, Herschel made a huge step forward in the science of photography. Louis Daguerre had discovered that images could be captured by focusing light on silver halides. Herschel discovered that the images could be made permanent and completely resistant to further reaction with light by reacting the silver halides with sodium thiosulfate hyposulfite of soda. Hypo solutions became the means by which photographs were made permanent. On September 9, 1839, John Herschel took the first ever photo captured on glass plate. The photo shows the structure that supported his father's 40-foot telescope in Slough. Herschel coined the word photography and was the first to describe photographs as either negatives or positives. In 1842, Herschel invented the cyanotype, the low-cost photographic printing process that allowed engineers and architects to produce blueprints of their designs. Herschel found that iron salts were light-sensitive. He coated paper with a solution of iron salt and dried it in darkness. The object or image to be copied was placed on the coated paper in bright sunlight for 15 minutes, producing a white image on blue background. On the 3rd of March, 1829, Herschel married Margaret Brodie Stewart in Edinburgh. The couple would have 12 children. In 1833, the couple traveled to South Africa to catalog the stars, nebulae, and other objects in the southern sky. Herschel set up a telescope in Wynberg near Cape Town and collaborated with South African royal astronomer Thomas Maclear. A diversion from his astronomical work came between 1834 and 1838, as he collaborated with Margaret to produce botanical illustrations of the Cape flora. The method was to use a camera lucida, a device which uses a mirror or prism to project an image onto the drawing surface to trace the outline of the subject. The couple produced 132 illustrations in this way, and 112 of these were much later used in Flora Herscheliana, written by Brian Warner and John Rourke, published in 1998. Oxalis versicolor. Of the nearly 250 species of oxalis in South Africa, this is one of the commonest. These dwarf bulbous plants are mainly winter and spring flowering, opening only on warm sunny days. Gladiolus angustus, the long-tubed painter lady. Gladiolus angustus is found in swamps, marshy places, and along streams from the Cederberg to the Cape Peninsula and eastwards to Bredasdorp. Let's take a look how John Herschel began the photography revolution until now.
The contribution of Sir John Herschel, who published many essential research papers and coined the term photography from the Greek words of light and drawing. By the 1850s, mobile photo studios were all the rage because photos had to be developed on site. Exposure times were about 3 minutes long, so people used neck braces and drugs to keep still. It's also why nobody smiled in early photos. What could be the world's first Photoshop occurs in 1861. The head of Abraham Lincoln is placed on a more noble body. The world's first color photograph is also produced. It's of a bow. In 1871, Richard Leach Maddox, who had an outstanding mustache, invents the gelatin dry plate. This means smaller cameras and no tripods necessary. Great success, old chap. Now, here's a cool story, bro. In order to settle the debate of whether all 4 of a horse's hooves ever simultaneously leave the ground, Englishman Edward Muybridge sets up 12 cameras with wire triggers in the path of a galloping horse. The world's first photo sequence proves that they do. In 1885, George Eastman, founder of Eastman Kodak, invents roll film. The first handheld camera, the Kodak, goes on sale in 1888. Why Kodak? Because Eastman just liked the letter K. The Kodak came preloaded with 100 exposures that needed to be sent back to the factory for processing and reloading when the roll was finished. Eastman takes mass-market photography a step further in the early 1900s with the Brownie, an affordable box camera that introduces the concept of the snapshot. Lights employee Oscar Barnack builds the revolutionary 35mm Leica 1, which goes into production in 1925. The camera allows photographers to go mobile and capture the moment. Some of the most iconic images in history would later be taken on Leicas. The first single-lens reflex SLR camera arrives in 1949. The revolution begins in the 90s. DSLRs, point-and-shoots. Photography had never been more accessible. Well, until the first mobile phone with a camera came out in 2000. Game changer. 15 years later, and modern smartphones now have insanely powerful cameras. In just seconds, we are able to capture every moment and share it online.
Thank you for joining me on this journey through the life and achievements of John Herschel. May his legacy continue to illuminate the wonders of the cosmos for generations to come.